Pokemon is easily one of the most popular franchises to ever exist, and they have millions of fans all over the world. But I feel like one thing that a lot of people forget is that a lot of Pokemon fans are actually adults. Because most of the time when you're on the internet and you see someone defending Pokemon with their life, like when Nintendo go and release a absolutely terrible game that is completely unfinished and filled to the brim with bugs, who are the people defending it? Well, it's those hardcore Pokemon fans who are probably in their early 20s, or maybe even older, and they completely defend Pokemon like everything they live for depends on it. Because I guess they have to fight on the internet to some random person who doesn't even know you exist. And will probably forget about this whole argument the split second he logs off of Twitter. A very interesting time we live in. And I feel like this is something that the company knows, that a lot of their fans are grown-ups, because they do a lot of collabs that would just make absolutely no sense. Like, they will go and partner up with a clothing brand and release absolutely expensive clothes, but easily one of the most profitable parts of Pokemon easily has to be their Pokemon cards. Now, this comes with any trading card games, but the community for them is absolutely insane. These are people who are literally willing to spend thousands of dollars to make the perfect deck so they can go and absolutely destroy everyone who dares to fight them, or they will just spend thousands of dollars just so they can get an extremely high quality card. And trading card lore goes so deep. There are so much games that have cards that are so value that just buying one of them can be over $1,000, and people are willing to pay for it. And easily one thing that makes anyone go absolutely insane in this community is when they have a limited time release. Like, they go like, hey, we're gonna go and collab with this one company and we're gonna make an extremely special Pokemon card. People will go absolutely crazy for it, and they will make sure that they get their hands on it. And something like that ended up happening. Pokemon ended up doing a collab with the Van Gogh Museum, which is just an extremely interesting thing to partner with, because I'm 100% positive there is no Pokemon fan out there who is like, I was waiting for this to happen. Finally, Nintendo decided to grow a brain cell and collab with a company that actually makes sense, Van Gogh. Now I can go and play Pokemon and absolutely enjoy the beauty of modern art. So while they're sitting down collecting a bunch of Pokemon cards, they could also look at a picture of just like one straight line, because modern art makes absolutely no sense. But that's a topic for another time. They ended up doing a collab with that museum, and they ended up releasing a couple of Pokemon cards, which looks extremely cute. I mean, this art is just absolutely amazing. And I also know there's a picture of an Eevee going around too, but I don't know if this card is real, because every time when I look into it, the answers always change. You have some people saying, yes, the Eevee is real, and actually, I went to the Van Gogh Museum and I saw it with my own eyes. And they have other people who are saying it's completely fake, so I have absolutely no clue if the Eevee even exists, but I do know the Pikachu does. And basically how the collab works, you go to that museum, and I'm pretty sure they just give you one of the cards for just being there. It's something extremely cool and really nice. Until you remember what I told you not so long ago, that if a limited time Pokemon card comes out, people in that community will do absolutely anything to get their hands on it. And something like that ended up happening, because day one of the event, the museum was absolutely flooded with hardcore Pokemon fans and scalpers. And videos like this end up coming out with people just fighting to get their hands on these cards. Now, I wouldn't really say fighting. I know a lot of people are saying that this Pokemon card ended up causing a riot, but this is more of just people coming together and just politely pushing each other. Well, I wouldn't really say politely, aggressively shoving each other out of the way just so they can go and get their hands on the Pokemon card. Even though I ended up learning that how the event was actually supposed to work is that you walk inside the museum and they will go and give you one card, but I guess when a bunch of people started rushing the place, a lot of the employees just completely gave up and ran away, which is something that 100% makes sense, because I would have done the exact same thing. Man, if I'm sitting down there working at the Van Gogh Museum, thinking I'm gonna have myself just an average day at work, just for me to open the door and just see thousands of people running in like they're cursed thralls from Destiny, just so they can go and get their their hand on a piece of paper, I would just completely be done. I may just quit my job that day and just learn that, hey, maybe being a museum man just isn't for me. When this ended up happening, tons of people were able to get a lot of these cards, even though it was supposed to be one per customer. And what do you think those people end up doing with their massive influx of cards? Well, obviously, they decided to go on eBay and scalp them. And they are selling them for a absolutely insane price, like $200, $300, just so you can get one card. And I truly feel like that these cards aren't even going to be rare in the first place, because this collab is lasting for an extremely long time. So you can easily wait until the hype of these cards die down, then you can go to the museum, and then it will probably be extremely easy for you to get your hands on one. So I'm positive that millions of people are going to be able to grab these cards, and they're just not really going to be rare at all. And I know for a fact that these scalpers are going to get an easy payday, because for some weird reason, people keep on buying from them. One easy way to stop scalpers is literally if we all came together and went like, no, we are not going to support this absolutely dirty business practice, and we're just not going to buy from scalpers. Because that's literally the only reason why they do this. Because for some weird reason, people are willing to spend hundreds, even thousands of dollars just so they can go and get something right now, even though they could easily just go and wait like a couple of months or maybe a couple of days for a restock to happen, and then they could go and pick it up. Like, you remember when a bunch of people were scalping PS5s, and if you have one, it was like something to brag about, even though that console still to this day have absolutely no games, and this whole console generation is easily one of the worst ones to ever exist. I wonder how those people feel now. Probably extremely stupid, because it's very easy to get a PS5 now. You can just walk into any store, pick it up, and call it a day. And that's definitely what's going to happen with this Pokemon card, because the event is lasting for such an extremely long time. Like, if you really want to go and get one of these Van Gogh Pokemon cards, it's not going to be hard at all. Anyway, this is just something that I wanted to talk about. My name is Lua. You have a good day or night. See ya.